It's Monday morning right here at Prime Media TV. I am Hayo, bringing you the news headline to be reviewed with you this morning. We have quite a number of headlines to be reviewed with you today. And the headline we are looking at today is quite, should we say quite, it's not amazing. It's something to laugh about. At the same time, we'll be looking at the in-depth meaning of what the Senate president meant when he said, times are difficult. Wherever you see free food, eat. Akpabio admonishes Nigerians. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has advised Nigerians to help themselves by seizing every opportunity to eat any free food available. Unbothered by the difficulties Nigerians are facing, the former Akwa Ibom state governor said, times are difficult, and wherever you see free food, please endeavor to avail yourself, according to a video that went viral on Sunday. But then I'd like that you hear from Mr. Senate President Godswill Akpabio himself. Actually, in his thoughts, he made this video he made this statement in a lighter mode during plenary, eliciting laughter from fellow senators amid the economic hardship. But would like the Senate president to know that now is not the time to make a joke out of the experience of Nigerians. Let's hear from him.
Times are difficult, and wherever you see free food, please endeavor to avail yourself. Times are difficult, and wherever you see free food, please endeavor.
Okay, that is it from the Senate president. Times are difficult. Whenever you see free food, endeavor to avail yourself. And you can see the way a lot of senators in there laughed at the statements. It is not funny. Nwachukwu Treasure, I would like to hear your thoughts on what the Senate president had said. Times are difficult. The Senate president is indirectly telling us that if you see sacrifice on the road, which we don't even see any longer, it is free food. Ensure that you eat. Gone are those days that you see
chicken.
No, not chicken. No, this white palm oil with plenty egg. You see a lot of it there. But now you don't see something like that. That's an example of
egg now is about 5,000, 6,000.
So even the gods are starving. So let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, the gods are starving. I love that. You see, the truth is, whatever we see happening now shouldn't be shocking to us. All right, it's a proof of the kind of people we have as leaders, people who are insensitive, people who are not concerned about how the thing they are doing is affecting the people they claim to be leading. You see, it's a problem and a very big one that we have these people as fathers, but they are not exhibiting fatherly love
at all
in their position as leaders. Understanding the fact, knowing fully well that they are not going to be in power forever, right? Knowing fully well that whatever position they are occupying today has been occupied by some people, and they benefited from those people in their time. It's so bad where we are headed to now. The people are crying, the leaders are not listening. Now, I love the fact that whenever they talk in their speech, we see it that they are acknowledging the reality of their hard policies on the people. All right. I love the fact that they know that, of course, their policies have brought about hardship in the country. There are so many. What he has said, what he said jokingly can be deeply, interpreted. Wherever you see food, you should avail yourself. You are pushing the people to crime, right? Because they know that there is no free food anywhere. So now you want people. So there are so many meanings to this if we want to dig deep. But the truth is, Akpabio is a person. We are no longer in the time where you say you don't want to use harsh words, you don't want to say things that we are no longer in that era, because these people are not careful, how they do things against the Nigerian citizens. They are not careful things they say. Considering their position, they say things anyhow. Now, how can you be telling people to go about looking for free food? You said even the gods are starving. Where do you want to see it? All right. So if they know that it's proven to us that these people on ensuring that there is a solution, or that solution is given to any of the problems they have created.
Definitely.
All right, because I'm saying they have created because we know the situation of things before they assumed office. All right, so it's explaining to us, it's proving to us that they don't have plans, whether now or future plans, to tackle the problems in the country. So to me, I've always said that this, surviving in Nigeria now proves, everybody is a strong man in Nigeria, because to be a human being, I mean, to be a living soul in Nigeria now shows that you are strong.
Exactly.
A lot of people have committed suicide. A lot of people have done so many awful things. So, Senate President, I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised. Somebody who could say when the youth were protesting that why they are protesting,
it will be in his house.
It is proving how insensitive. You see, I'm talking to these people. I can use any word because they are not careful. They don't choose their words when they are talking to us.
So we should not pick our words when we are
honestly
talking about them.
He's a person that is not qualified to occupy that position. Only God knows why he's there. Only God knows why the president chose him to be the Senate president, because he's not representing the people. He's not representing, even in his place, he's not loved. So how much more? So I don't see, but one thing I know, I love the fact that there is, you see, there is aspiration to everything. Somebody was in his position before, and one day he's going to leave it.
Yeah, definitely. You see, one thing I would like to say to Akpabio is that Akpabio should not even be in politics at all.
At all.
He should be a comedian, because virtually all the statements he has made, he talks like comedian. He is the same person who went to Wigwe's funeral and he was throwing jibes at another politician. Insensitivity of the highest order. Some people are mourning, like you are at a place where you're supposed to mourn with others. You are there throwing jibes at another leader. That is insensitive. This same person, you mentioned one of the statements that he made during the protest. You can go outside and protest. We'll be in our house eating. The same man called another senator. He said that one is speaking like a prostitute. Just imagine such an insensitive statement coming from a supposed leader. And once again, he has said another one. But I like the fact that the statement that he made this time, this statement is referencing something. It is referencing the fact that there is hardship in the land, because in his words, he said that we are in times of trouble. The country is hard. This is paraphrasing now. Whenever people see free food, they should make sure they talk. I like the fact that he is acknowledging the reality of the country, but because he has
that their policy
is causing hardship, he acknowledged that fact, but he can't say it directly because he's afraid of losing his jobs. So even though he has made it out of joke, he has highlighted something, that there's trouble in the land. But the part of wherever you see free food, make sure you eat, is making ridicule of the situation of the Nigerian people. You acknowledge that they have a problem. You are not ready to provide solution to their problem, but you are making joke out of the experience of the people. And look at everybody in that Senate house. They were all laughing at the situation of your own people, which means that you are not representing them at all in that Senate house. You are supposed to question him,
section him. In that place is out like bird of the same feather.
Exactly.
It's a problem that we see. We are seated in a gathering. Somebody will say something that ought not to be said, and everybody will be laughing.
And regardless of even if he's a leader, you see, there are times that we must learn to shun our leaders for some of the things that they say. We must be bold enough, and that was why I love what this Senator Natasha did when he addressed her as a prostitute. She had to drag the case until it comes out to publicly apologize. It will not be bad if somebody stood up and said, "Sir, we should understand that this is the experience of reality of Nigerians right now. We can't just be making joke out of it." Because apparently that statement is not directed to the senators in that house. It is directed to the people. Because how many senators will drop their pride and say they will go and eat free food at the place where they make it available? One, they will be afraid. Gone are the days that you see your neighbor eating and you dip hand into the pot with them to eat. Because of the position that they are in, because of what they have done, they would be afraid of somebody poisoning them. So it will not be easy for them to eat free food.
The question now is that what Akpabio said, is it applicable to them?
Yeah, that's
Are
the point.
Are they feeling hardship to the point where they see free food, and are they looking like people that are hungry? They are not being affected, and that is why what seems to be a problem in the country is not a problem to them. You see, the thing is that the case of Akpabio and the rest of the leaders is just like a place where a man with, a place of the blind, a man with one eye is a king there. Most of our leaders have become blind. So they don't even, they are so insensitive that even when doing the wrong thing, they don't even know they are doing the wrong things. So nobody is going to correct anybody. And of course, those that even have that have what it takes, or should I say, that have little understanding, that should do that, they are now afraid because of what has happened to those that took that part, or that traded that part in the past. Right? So this administration have subjected everybody to the point where whether they are doing it right or not, you must just nod your head. So it is so bad. But one thing I keep saying is that there is aspiration to everything.
Definitely.
No matter how strong, the mighty do fall. You see, and one thing again, I want to say this to Akpabio and the rest of them who think that they have it today, they are on top today, they cannot go down tomorrow. You see, the ground, let me not just say some things, but the truth is, I've never seen anybody that died in this life and he was not buried on the ground, in the ground. In this life, no matter, the mighty dies, the great dies. What happens after life? What happened to the people? What will people say about it? Of course, they are not careful about what people say about them. So, but it's so bad that the people are, the Nigerians have protested on 2 different occasions.
Definitely.
Nothing has been done about
it didn't make a joke out of that.
All right, so it's now making mockery of the people, their reality. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. So on a final note, we should let Akpabio know that he's digging his own grave. Because the people that you mock today, you would always come back to meet them tomorrow. And, because these people have seen politics as an ambition, as a career, from being a governor, he became the Senate president. From the Senate president, one day will come and contest for the seat of presidency. Nigerians will be waiting for him.
Because they believe that election does not is not active in the country, so they can actually do anything because they know when it is time for election, whether you vote for them or not, they find their way. But the thing is that the systems are changing. They may not know. These people may not know that the system is changing. Things are changing, whether they accept it or not. They might be having their ways, because if election is working, is the mode of selecting our leaders in the country, honestly, most of our leaders will be very careful how they do things and what they say, right? Because they know that they will always come back to the people to seek their votes come next election. But let's see what happens. These people have been having their ways over the years, and I'm sure it does not matter how many years. A time will come, a day will come, a period will come that they will try it, and what used to work will not work again.
Yeah, definitely. So would like to hear the thought of Nigerians on what Akpabio had said. What are you making out of this situation? Another thing is, and I think that was referencing with our guest analyst earlier, where he said Akpabio is actually encouraging people to steal, because when you get hungry to a point, there's no how you would not want to. You would see something somewhere, even though it doesn't belong to you, because you want to quench that thirst, that hunger at that time. You'd want to do what you are not supposed to do. So all of our leaders, and like Treasure rightly said, all of our leaders, all that he made a joke out of, it is not applicable to any of them, because most of them, despite things are inflating, they don't know what it feels like for an average Nigerian to struggle to get the money to put food on the table. And here he is making a joke out of the reality of Nigerians. We'd like to hear your thoughts in whatever in the comment section of whatever platform that you are watching us from. If you are watching us on Facebook, we are Prime Media TV, on Instagram and TikTok, we are Prime Media Studios, on the website where you're currently watching us, we are enginespeak.com. You can do well to follow us on our YouTube channel at Prime Media TV. I am Ayo. Till I come your way again tomorrow on the Morning View. Do have a great day.